Welcome to Vaultbreakers, a friendly game of cooperation, betrayal, and treasure. Spend your resources to acquire loot, either using action cards or rolling dice to break the vault. The game ends after the vault has been broken 6 times, or when a player reveals 20 victory points worth of loot. To set up, shuffle the training deck, the action deck, and the loot deck, then place each deck in the middle of the play area, alongside the skill token bank and the dice. Training cards correspond with one of 4 skills and can be combined into skill tokens on a player's turn. Skill tokens can be spent to play actions or to break the vault. Action cards have proactive or reactive effects that advantage the player. Most actions require the player to spend skill tokens to activate. Actions can be played on any player's turn. Loot cards have a victory point value and may also have an effect. Unless otherwise specified, players conceal them face down in their stash. At the start of the game, each player draws 3 actions from the action deck and takes any 2 skill tokens. The player who has most recently broken the law takes their turn first. Start your turn by drawing 5 training cards from the training deck. Second, discard training cards of the same suit that add up to 11 or more to gain a corresponding skill token. Aces are worth 1, but face cards are worth 11, so can be traded directly for that skill token. Third, draw actions until you have 5 in hand, then immediately discard actions until you only have 3 left. No actions can be played between drawing and discarding. Surprise actions, marked with an exclamation point, are only activated in response to certain game states, such as another action being played or someone gaining skill tokens. Regular actions can be played whenever there's an open game state. Lastly, propose a heist to break the vault or pass the turn. When breaking the vault, players roll dice and try to overcome the current limit to acquire loot from the loot deck. Breaking the vault has 3 phases: the negotiation, the heist, and the aftermath. During negotiation, the turn player invites others to join the heist. Participants pledge between 1 and 6 skill tokens that will be exchanged for dice. Participants must determine how much loot each will receive should the heist succeed. The turn player may also break the vault alone, as long as the vault has been successfully broken at least once before. During the heist, participating players roll dice to see if the sum of their dice rolls meets or exceeds the limit. The limit increases each time the vault is broken. If the limit is not reached, the turn ends. Consult the quick reference guide for each limit. If the heist succeeds, proceed to the aftermath. The turn player draws loot based on how many times the vault has been broken, then distributes loot as agreed during the negotiation. But since the turn player cannot reveal loot before distributing it, quality may vary. Once finished, the turn ends and the next player may proceed. When the vault has been broken 6 times, or a player declares they have loot worth 20 or more victory points in their stash, every player has a chance to play actions, then everyone reveals their loot for final scoring. Players resolve any loot effects and add up their victory points, noting that the value of certain loot may depend on other factors. The player with the most victory points wins. Usually. Beware the ring of regicide and the brooch of the ascetic. With that, you should be ready to start playing Vaultbreakers. Consult the instruction booklet for more details and submit any lingering questions via the website. Enjoy the game!